So I want to talk about maybe one of the most helpful, albeit slightly schizophrenic methods I've ever had to deal with conflict and bullshit and all the stuff I get in the mail that I don't want to get. And that is an inner voice. Call it whatever you want. You can call it conscience, a daemon like Socrates did. You could call it a psychopomp. Doesn't matter. It's an inner voice that you consult whenever you think, when you recognize that maybe perhaps your decision making ability is compromised for one reason or another. I'll give you an example out of my own personal life that I made up, and I promise this didn't actually happen. But let's say my fiance and me are fighting. I really want to throw a pan across the kitchen because I think that will emphasize my point quite well. What happens to me is I will catch myself and in the moment, and I will put myself in this mental dive bar of mine. And I'll think of a character from some media or something that I look up to and consider, wise. And I'll be like, oh, it's Cortana from Halo. Hey, Cortana, I'm arguing with my fiance right now. I really want to throw this pan across the room. Is that a good idea? And what'll happen is Cortana or Darth Vader or whoever I imagine will be like, no, John, that's actually an awful idea. You should simmer down and revisit this discussion in 30 minutes. So really all that's going on there, as far as I can tell, is I have partitioned, and it's taken training. I've done this my whole life since I was a kid. I've partitioned a part of my brain that is responsible and rational, and I can ask myself, even if I'm not being responsible and rational in the moment, I can catch myself and defer to that partitioned part of my mind. I think people have done this forever. Like I said, like Plato wrote about it. There's plenty of examples of inner voices and like psychopomp-like characters, and I think that's all people are really doing. I think that's what people do when they pray. I think like people recognize the limitations of their own ability to consciously come up with a good answer to a problem, but you know a lot more than you can think of in the moment. So I think we're basically just asking into the void of our own mind. Like what's the good course of action? And normally, whatever you're doing that's ill-advised, deep down, you know better, right? Like it's hard to like run from the police or cheat on your spouse or embezzle money without deep down knowing better. Like we all know that those are stupid ideas, but people obviously continue to do those bad ideas. So I think when I say, like, I think this should reflect the title of the video, training your inner voice. I think this is something everyone can do, and maybe it's not personified a reason like how I tend to do it, but maybe it's a vibe or, a feeling, or you see words or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in other people's heads, but I know that this is a thing, and I think you can train it because I've done this since I was a kid. I used to fight with my mom a lot, and I'd get all riled up emotionally, and I'd want to say something stupid to her. And then I would imagine like Naruto being like, no, John, you shouldn't say that to your mom. That's actually quite stupid, and you'll just get in more trouble. And it's helped me avoid awful decision making. And, I joked around at the beginning that like, it's maybe a little schizophrenic. I don't think it is, genuinely. I think this is a tool. Like, it's the same thing as thinking. It's like deeper thought. I think it's a tool that we all have access to, but no one uses anymore because it's gotten swept away with, social media and like the horseless carriage. It's a mental faculty from a bygone era, like fasting, like your mind, like people used to fast to make decisions, and I'll fast on it, and we don't really do that anymore because so many decisions are deferrable to like Grok or something, or your Twitter timeline. And I think people stopped needing that inner voice so much and answers became more readily available with the widespread of information. But I think now that we live in a time where you don't know what's real because of AI generated slop, I think it's time to reconsult that inner voice. Because I'll give you an example. There's a close friend of the family my dad was talking to, and him and my dad argue politics all the time. And he was telling my dad that he had a new no-name senator that he was hoping would get the presidential bid for his party during the next election. And my dad asked him, he's like, "Okay, that's interesting. What do you want him to do? Like, what are you hoping he does?" And this friend of the family said, he said, "I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet." And it's like, bro, do you not have any like guiding principles at all? You don't know what you want your candidate to do? Like, you can't think of anything because we're so far from the election that the news cycle hasn't told you what to think yet? And I think that's so dangerous. And I think more and more people are losing the ability to consult an inner voice and even the ability to have concrete principles that they live by. So many people are getting told what to do by Twitter or by the news or by whatever slop they're consuming that nobody knows how to make a decision on their own anymore. And I think the reason for that is that it's not a muscle, obviously, but that ability to think inwardly, to like pray or to consult an inner voice is completely out of shape. It's like a muscle. Like, you have to use it. You have to use it or you lose it. You have the same thing with your mind, same thing with long division. I don't remember how to do long division, but somewhere deep in my mind, long division still exists. So I don't know. I think it's needed more than ever. And I think people don't talk about this because, like, one, friendships aren't as deep as they used to be. There's just not enough Sams and Frodos anymore. Things have gotten a lot more casual. Even, I mean, think about your best friends. Even a lot of them, like, you met online maybe. And that's not denigrating. I'm not disparaging those kind of friendships. Friendships always better than no friendship. But the deep, like, philosophical friendships, like, I had a lot of those in my early 20s. They just don't exist anymore. They're rare. Most people bond over sports ball or beer and not over ideas and whatnot. At the risk of, I'm saying this at the risk of sounding like I'm wearing a fedora, by the way. But, we've lost that. And I think that's tragic. And it's tragic that we've lost the ability to even have deep conversations with ourselves. When you pray, you're getting an answer from somewhere. If you do it honestly and with the right reasons, your mind will spit an answer out to you. If you go, "I don't know what to do in this situation, what should I do?" and you mean it and you're genuinely asking, your mind or God or both will spit an answer out to you. But I don't even think people have the ability to ask, like, "What should I do?" anymore. Like, not to we won't ask our friends, and we sure as hell won't ask ourselves. So just try it out. No one's gonna call you gay, I promise. But you probably shouldn't tell anybody you're doing this, by the way. First, see how it works. See if this is I don't know if this is something everyone can do. This is just what I've done, and like I said, it saved me from so many bad choices, so many bad decisions. It's helped me make some of the best decisions of my life. That's for sure. And I'm thinking about how helpful this has been to me, and I want to recommend it to people, to whoever listens to this, at the risk of being told I'm wearing a fedora behind this mic. You should try it out. I can't tell you, like, if it works for you, then you're going to be like shocked how well it works. Because I said, it's like talking to someone else. Because as I said earlier, you always know better, but you don't always know better in the moment. But if you stop in the moment, knowing you don't know better, knowing you're about to make a stupid mistake, and you just go to your mental dive bar and go, you go to your mental dive bar and go, "Hey, King Theoden, I'm about to like fall off the wagon. Like, I haven't drank in 12 months and I'm about to like have this, take this shot. Should I do it?" And what do you think he's going to say? You know, it's really just you. But I mean, you personify it, right? At least that's what I do. I personify it as whoever I need to hear from in the moment. So try it out. It's weird. This is like kind of more of an esoteric, strange video. But I think it's super helpful. And maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. But try it out. So go out there, think twice, consult your inner voice, and consult it a lot. And just see what happens. Give it like, give it a month. Just try it out. Anytime you have, try it out with simple things even. I don't really do that, but I mean, start simple. And just let me know how it goes. Take care. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.